traders, this is Sin with the New Level Trading Report for Monday, July 18th. Stock indices fell more than 1% today, led by banks on concerns the United States and Europe were not coming to grips with the extent of their debt problems. Today, the Dow was down 94 points, the Nasdaq lost 24 points, and the S&P was down 10 points. This is not the right chart. Let's go to that. I'm going to show you the Dow Jones. And you can see, again, just a nice big sell-off in early morning hours. Bounced actually quite a bit. You can see here we probably did about a 50% retracement here, but we made a new low at this 12,296 area. Let's take a look at the daily, and again, that's that downtrend line. And what we're watching still is we see these topping tails, and then we see these bottoming tails. So still lots of indecision, but today we had earnings, IBM was out and so forth, so that could change the market tomorrow, but we're on, you can see, below average volume today. So again, lots of indecision. I did want to show you one thing. Again, I was looking at the monthly, and to me, again, you can see the all-time high here at this 14,000 area, and this really nice move up, and again, just a small pullback here. And to me, this, at least at this point, is just looking like a pullback, not even a severe one at this point. And in fact, let me just kind of show it to you like this. You can see, you have to have some kind of a pullback. So I'm not necessarily even bearish. I mean, you always have to trade the market and trade what's going on each day, and that's what we do. But again, we're not quite through the end of the month, but right now this is not quite a spinning top. Obviously, it's a little bit not a gravestone, but still indecision, and it doesn't mean that we don't pull back even into this 11,800 area and then just go back and test that. Again, all of it, the debt ceiling and the European debt and so forth, that's going to make a huge difference in what's going on in the market. But let's take a look at the S&P futures, and again, you can see just throughout last night and this morning, lots of chop, but we were definitely selling off from those highs last Friday, and then you can see just a real steep sell-off this morning, and then you can see also a fairly decent retracement. In fact, I would say definitely over 50%. So that's what we look like, a bit choppy, but not actually, I mean, it was a nice bounce. So again, we're looking at the S&P, the same type of situation. Look at this pullback. Probably at least at this point a little messier. This could really be considered a pullback. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that you really have to see a break even down into this 1186 type area before I start going, wow, we're breaking this uptrend, at least on a monthly chart. So now let's take a look at the daily. And again, you can see we're on the back side of that. You can see exactly what's going on, just lots of indecision. We're on average volume. So let's take a look now at the dollar. And again, you can see that nice uptrend over the last 3 trading days, and just still in that trend. You see what's going on. Now we have a bottoming tail, but we're right in the middle of this congestion area, so there's really not too much to say about what happened with the dollar. It's probably a little bit, I would say, it's not always a contrarian, and I was a little off today, I think, but let's take a look at FinViz, and I'm going to, there we go. You can see here what we did, again, that really heavy sell-off in early morning hours. We actually, I can see here on the Nasdaq, we had a better retracement. The S&P probably retraced, it looks like, about 50%, but the Dow, I don't know, looks like it had a better retracement here. But again, here's our heat map, and obviously you can see that Apple is up. They have earnings tomorrow, so that's going to be a big day tomorrow for the market as well. Always a market mover. But you can see just lots and lots of red, and we do have some stocks to the upside. So let's look at our bubble study, and you can see again Apple, just a really nice day. I figured they'd come up and hit that. I traded that 3 times to the upside. I probably should have just held my I bought it with options. I should have just held them throughout the day, because I really had a conviction that we were probably going to try to test that 375, because we held so well, and we hit 370 on Friday and then just very quickly moved up. But anyway, still nice trades, but it would have been nicer had I just held it. But this is Baker Hughes. They were up about 2%. CNX which is Consol Energy, up about 2.2%. This is MMI, Motorola. They had a decent day today, up about 2.7%. So you can see here's our zero line. Not too many stocks to the upside, obviously. Let's take a look at the downside and really move that. This is Genworth, a life insurance company, down 7.6%. This is Allstate. Obviously, the insurers did not do well today, almost 5% down. This is actually Hasbro, a toy company, down almost 5%. OI, which is Owens, Illinois, down about a little over 5%. And obviously the big one, big news all over, very international, it's that News Corp. Obviously, that won't be resolved for a while. So they've lost about 4.3%. And you can see if you look further down, I mean, they were in, looks like, I'll say kind of a bear flag, and they've broken down on that, and you can see lots of gaps. So at some point when they resolve that, we'll watch to see when they start filling those gaps. Let's take a look at what's going on economically tomorrow, and you can see, let's see here, there we go. Tomorrow we actually have just a couple things. We have housing starts, which can be important, obviously, and building permits as well. And I'm going to go back and do a couple things here to show you what's going on. We're going to first go here, and then I'm going to show you what's going on tomorrow. I'm just going to do all of tomorrow, and lots of things are going to come up, but obviously the big ones tomorrow are going to be Apple. That's the big one, and Johnson & Johnson as well. KO, which is Coca-Cola, another bank, obviously that's Wells Fargo. Big banks tomorrow: Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. This is United Healthcare, VMware. That's usually fairly volatile as well. But you can see lots of, this is State Street. Again, lots of banks tomorrow. BTU's coming up, and so we'll watch it. We'll trade them. I love to trade. I don't usually hold things prior to earnings, but I love to trade these and tomorrow, and Dawn certainly does too. So we will definitely be trading these and watching to see what happens. But at this point, I'm going to take a guess, and I feel that Apple's going to move up. I just think they've had so much good news, and my feeling is based on Google and even IBM. Obviously, they came in with really good earnings, solid earnings, and so I'm just anxious to see what happens tomorrow with that. Anyway, we're so glad that you joined us. We'd love to have you become a member. If you have any questions about education, give us a call, 314-269-0412, and our website is www.newleveltraders.com. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.